Hi, everyone. Bobbie Laporte here again with my weekly leadership tip for your best next move, where I help you see continuing curveballs as an opportunity. So we're talking about employee engagement again. So why? Well, because it continues to be an important issue for most companies. According to a new survey from the Conference Board, 30% of employees say their level of engagement, meaning their commitment and connection that they feel to their work, is lower than 6 months ago. And 18% that their level of effort had declined over the last 6 months. There's been so much emphasis on this issue, I mean, seriously, for like the last decade. Why do we not seem to be making any progress? Well, there are many views on why this is. There's the continuing hangover from COVID, a looming recession that could impact millions of jobs, and growing financial strain and anxiety that spills over into the workplace. You know, when I think of the issue of employee engagement, I actually don't really think of it as a curveball, because a curveball generally is a surprise that comes out of nowhere and can knock you off your feet. To me, it feels more like a storm brewing. It's out there, you know, it presents possible danger, but you don't necessarily feel it until all the perfect conditions arise to create a hurricane or tornado or some other storm that tears the roof off the house. It also reminds me of how I feel when I'm training for an Ironman race. There's times when I'm totally in it, excited by the challenges and the progress I'm making towards my Ironman goal. Other times, I just feel plain tired, worn out, asking myself, you know, why am I doing this anyway? Regardless of how you view employee engagement as a leader, it is a real thing, and you can't pretend it's temporary or will resolve itself. It will always be there and requires constant vigilance on your part to make sure you're paying attention. You know, much has been written and suggested about different practices and approaches and programs to improve employee engagement. So I'm going to go back to my athletic training and suggest 3 points that I hope will be helpful for you to consider when you're thinking about how you approach employee engagement and retention. And I'm going to call these the 3 C's. They're connection, certainty, and contribution. So this week I'll cover connection, and I'll cover the others in the next 2 weeks. So while connection is a basic human need, of course, it's definitely increased in significance since the pandemic. We've learned that people have varying levels of connection in terms of personally how they feel about that. Some people welcome the opportunity to work from home. Others felt very isolated by this, and still others sorely miss the physical connection being part of a team. And particularly new employees who joined their organization during a period where many of their coworkers maybe were rarely in the office have found it particularly difficult to embrace a company's culture or even develop friends at work. They end up having no connections to anyone or anything. So again, going back to my training analogy, I am by nature an introvert. So unlike many of my teammates, I was never too excited about team workouts. I just want to get the training started and focus on my performance. But I did appreciate and look forward to connecting one-on-one with my coach. He knew my personal mindset around training for Ironman. He knew my strengths and vulnerabilities. He knew when to back off and when to push me way outside my comfort zone. He was the one who kept me in the game and helped me cross the finish line, in my first Ironman race. So here's my tip. Everyone has different needs. Some appreciate staff and team meetings. Others like regular one-on-one contact with their manager. And yet others are fine with ad hoc manager contact when they need it. So in the context of continuing to figure this out while workplace plans evolve, ask your team members what they need. Ask them how their needs may have changed and how you can best meet them. This alone will establish connection and trust. And you just might learn something that will help you tailor how you continue to solve the connection dilemma. All right, everyone, that's my tip for this week. I will see you next week, and we'll talk about the second C, which is certainty. All right, everyone, have a great week. Take care.